iHeartRadio Broadway, driven by Mercedes-Benz.
It is kind of overwhelming. It's been so long that Bruce and I have tried to get it into New York. You know, we've had a couple of productions over the years, and they've always been exciting and always been great, but we kept hitting brick walls trying to get it into New York. But this time we actually got it into a theater in New York, beautiful theater, the Barrymore. And you know, last night, we opened, and it was a sensational audience and a tremendous performance, and it felt just great. But you know, this pop career that I've had was a big surprise. I never really listened to the pop radio. I never really, it didn't inspire me. What I wanted to be when I started out was a Broadway songwriter. That's what I really wanted to be. And I had my toe in the water when I was very young. When I was about 19 or 20, I was working at the CBS mailroom, and one of the directors of a soap opera said they had heard that I play piano, and would I go down to the 13th Street Theater and play for a little off-Broadway show that he's putting together. I said, sure. I came down. It was called The Drunkard. It was a temperance play from the 1890s. And they had a whole bunch of 1890s songs in, you know, as the singers told the story, they would sing these old-fashioned songs. And I was the piano player in the pit. And little by little, I would bring in an original song to replace one of their old 1800 songs. And as the whole year went by, it turned out to be a totally original score that I had written for The Drunkard. And the New York Times came down and they liked it. And so that was my first time doing any kind of Broadway score. And I was ready to go. I was ready to go. That was what going to be my career. And then Mandy hit. It just ruined everything. and my whole life and my career changed upside down. And I had to learn how to be a pop songwriter. And I had to learn how to be a pop performer. And that was a big surprise. And so now I've kind of gone back and done what I started off wanting to do, which is a Broadway musical that I composed. So it's very rewarding. The whole year has been crazy. It's been just wonderful. You know, when the New York Pops did it at Carnegie Hall, they had these wonderful singers singing songs that I had been involved with, and it was just thrilling. When I came out to say hello to everybody, it was hard to talk because the New York Pops is a wonderful orchestra. Hearing my stuff being played by the New York Pops and being sung by these great Broadway singers was just amazing. So yeah, it was great. But going into Radio City again, you know, and listen, for me, performing in New York as a whole, that's a really exciting thing. Most of all, because I can talk fast, and New Yorkers can understand me. Every other place I have to slow down. Hi, good evening. I'd like to sing this. New York. Hi, good evening. And everybody understands. And nobody blinks. Everybody understands me. So that going back to Radio City is going to be great. And you know, we're doing this great shows at the Westgate in Las Vegas every twice a month, to 2 weekends a month, and it's just great. You know, I had to get off the road. Now and again we do arenas, and that's a whole other kind of excitement. But what I do love about being at the Westgate is it's intimate. And I'm an intimate kind of performer. I like to make you feel something. And it's easier to do it in a smaller room than 10,000 people. 10,000 people, it becomes a huge event, and that's really fun. But I really do like the smaller rooms. I was going to do a full Christmas album, and because of all this crazy things that have happened over this last year, I wasn't able to finish it. But we did release we recorded 3 Christmas songs. And maybe next year I'll get back to it and finish the rest of it. And one of them was the Mariah Carey, the great song. It's a great Christmas song, All I Want for Christmas Is You. And I did my version of All I Want for Christmas Is You, and people are telling me they like it a lot, so that's great. Well, we've been doing our Christmas shows for about 4 or 5 years, and it's just such fun. I was able to put the Christmas songs and my pop songs into this Christmas show. And it's always a Christmas show, even though Copacabana is in it. But it still always feels like a Christmas show, and that's what I'm most proud of. And so it's a great hour of music and joy and Santa Claus and children, and it snows on the audience. It's great. I can tell you that I am very grateful for it after all these years, that I'm even still working and still people still are coming to see what I do, and it's amazing. I am amazed and very grateful. I'm one of the lucky guys that that makes music that they like, and so far it hasn't stopped. And like I say, I'm a grateful guy.
iHeartRadio Broadway, driven by Mercedes-Benz.